Mr. National President, Mr. District President, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you all from near and far, Cheshire, Cardiff, York, and our friends and family who attend our fabulous club here in Swindon. I'm going to start off by apologising. I've lost my reading glasses, so I've had to print off the speech.
Take the leaf out of my book, actually. Good girl.
Okay. Swindon. What is there to say about Swindon? Well, there are many things that we have, including an accent which can only be described as speeded up Cornish. Swindon is surrounded by countryside, farmland, beautiful gardens, lakes and golf courses. Swindon's name derived from the Doomsday reference to our settlement as Swindon, believed to be from the Anglo-Saxon words swine and dun, meaning pig hill. As time went on, it became known as Swine's Town, as in bygone years pigs were allowed to run through the streets to celebrate the coming of the 5th new moon of the year, which was written about by a famous renowned poet, John Keats. And the poem goes: fill for me a brimming bowl, and in it let me drown my soul. 'Twere pigs are running up and down, and soon shall fill Swine's Town. So Swindon celebrates Ian Fleming. Well, the ladies probably more than men, because who really wouldn't like to be wooed by James Bond? Oh, and let's not forget Swindon's famous Miss Fluck, who was born in 1931 and took her grandmother's maiden name of Dawes. At the age of 20, Diana Dawes, our own blonde bombshell, was the youngest registered owner of a Rolls Royce in the country. So thank heavens the magic roundabout wasn't yet built. Ah yes, the magic roundabout. So who has dared to go around the magic roundabout anti-clockwise? It's a scary prospect. Well, the magic roundabout was voted Britain's scariest road junction ahead of Spaghetti Junction. When the magic roundabout first opened, sleeping policemen were placed in between each of the small roundabouts. Well, this was great, but unfortunately the suspension of the vehicles then, didn't live up to the standards, and so the high humps were taken away. I remember when they first opened the magic roundabout, I used to live behind the fire station, and we used to sit on the wall and watch the chaos when it was busiest times of these cars coming to the roundabout, and it was quite a show, So roundabouts seem to be Swindon's theme, although the new addition to roundabouts seem to be traffic lights on roundabouts, and then the additional pedestrian crossings on traffic lights on roundabouts. So our roundabouts are now lights and action. So one comedian who visits Swindon regularly is Jasper Carrott. Now, Jasper Carrott has another take on what Swindon looks like from above. He once quoted, "If you look at Swindon, from above, it looks as though a flock of seagulls have flown over and left its love all over Swindon. So we all know Jasper's carrot take on the Magic Roundabout. Next to the roundabout is our own football stadium. Okay, this area was used as a prisoner of war camp during the final stages of World War II. The large camp was originally established as a station hospital for US servicemen injured during the D-Day landings. But after they returned home, the camp was adapted to hold the growing number of captive Germans as the war drew to a close. In 1940, Swindon was prophesied as being a high risk for bombing, which came true. We have many airfields surrounding Swindon, including one which Honda is based on. So if you hop onto the A419 towards the M4, first exit is the exit for Honda Manufacturing and Parts. Now, when Honda first arrived in Swindon, their team were based in Oakhurst Trading Estate by the old hospital. And whilst the site was being prepared, they would all gather at lunchtime in the restaurant at Oakhurst, which was a bit of a tin shack, and they would all be there with their white uniforms on. We also cannot forget Isambard Kingdom Brunel. So he chose Swindon as his site for the railway works for the Great Western Railway. So, travelling to Swindon from Cardiff. So if you left today at 10:20, it takes 1 hour and 3 minutes, and it costs £15. Not bad. Cheshire, leaving today at 9:55, 4 hours, 9 minutes, £78.80. And York, leaving at 10:02, 3 hours, 36 minutes and £95. It's a lot of money. So the town is famous for its steam museum. But even better than that, the old coachworks are home to the famous Swindon Designer Outlet Centre, which is one of the biggest centres of its kind in the UK. There are over 90 designer and high street names, all housed undercover in the old Great Western Railway network. Okay, on Sunday mornings, the outlet also hosts a farmers market. So if you do have time tomorrow morning, between drinking this evening and the speeches tomorrow, go along to the centre, and you'll be able to buy your freshly baked. What's the name? Your freshly baked pastries and your bread and a selection of homemade goodies. Close to the outlet village is our large domed leisure centre. Now, singer Liam Gallagher took their name Oasis from seeing the sign Oasis Leisure Centre. So we are famous all over the world without knowing it. So Swindon is home to many other famous celebrities, including Julian Clary, Justin Hayward, Mark Lamar, Melinda Messenger, and XTC. Now XTC, they used to play in a garage in Covingham, which is just down the road near the Great Western Hospital. And they used to pull a crowd of giggling girls into the garage to listen to them play. I was too young at the time to be one of the giggling girls, but I'm sure I would have been there. They also played at Top Rank in Cardiff, the Oasis Leisure Centre and the Brunel Rooms in Swindon. The Brunel Rooms were used for many purposes: student nights, adult parties, and new music group exposures. They also had discos and dancing. So it's also a nightclub with other themed rooms, so there'd be rooms just off of the main part. Swindon has entertained music, pop, rock, and here at Blunston House Hotel, duos and trios. This beautiful hotel is set in 10 acres of Wiltshire countryside. And it's only about an hour from London, Oxford, Bath, Cheltenham and Bristol, making it an ideal place for touring the picturesque villages around Swindon. And of course, ladies, you can also go to the outlet centre for some shopping. Retail always works. So the Blunston House Hotel was probably built as a hunting lodge at the beginning of the 19th century. So on the 400-acre St Leonard's farm is where it all started. The earliest known owner, which is Captain Henry Waters, had Blunston House from the early part of the 19th century and may well have been responsible for some of the fine specimens of trees which currently still stand in the grounds. The house changed hands several times until it was purchased by Peter and Zan Clifford in 1947. It then became a farm with pigs and cattle and poultry. The year that changed everything was in 1957, when the event, the Bath and West Show, came near us. So it's a huge agricultural show which brought many visitors, and they were asked to accommodate some people in their 10-bedroom house. So this is where Blunston House has started. So within 2 years, the house became a licensed country club. And I've lost my last sheet. Sorry, excuse me. I have. I'm really sorry, but I am. Sorry. Okay, so it became a country club. So in the 1960s, then the Blunston House became a fully licensed hotel and was one of only 3 hotels in Swindon to achieve the AA and the RAC listings. So 20 years later, it became the first 4-star hotel in the country. I think you will all agree that what a beautiful hotel this is, and a perfect setting for the celebration of our club, our friendships, our family, and our guests. Oh yes, I would like to add an idea for your travel. If you'd like to arrive here in style, quickly, a bit faster than a bicycle, car, bus, train, you could charter a helicopter. And the landing coordinations are 5136.5 north and 147.5 west. When you visit Swindon, look deeper into the history and embrace the wonders it can offer. Lift the hood and look underneath. Would the members of Swindon Speakers Club please be upstanding? Raise your glasses in a toast to our esteemed guests who have graced us with their presence. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests.
Yes.